Action Works Entertainment is proud to present Sitting on a Tailgate podcast with your host, DJ Big Country.
If you would like to talk to a fellow redneck, please dial 1 and then say 1, because we're not going to know what you dialed unless you say it. If you are married to your cousin, or if your family tree goes straight up with no branches, please say the number 2. If you're still sporting your mullet because you feel like you're ahead of your time, then just spit. If you love the song Free Bird, you don't have to do anything because that's understood. Free Bird! Thank you for calling the...
Oh, yeah, it's Thursday afternoon right here. It's Sitting on a Tailgate Thursday special edition because we had some scheduling conflict last night for our artist that we're going to be speaking with today. She has a brand new single that just dropped 2 days ago, and we're going to be playing it here for you in just a second. But I want to give props and shout-outs to my friends over at CMT in Nashville. You guys, you got to check this out. This new show with Kelly Pickler that they do on CMTs. Here, I'll give you a little tidbit of it just to give you kind of an idea of what that goes on over there.
On an all-new I Love Kelly Pickler.
Pixie, she's like on the verge of an apocalypse. She's just like...
Do we need to take her to like a doggy psychiatrist?
Do they have this?
Kyle and Kelly get a lesson in puppy parenting.
If you treat a dog like a human, the dog will treat you like a submissive dog.
She thinks I'm her baby.
A new episode of I Love Kelly Pickler, tonight at 10/9 Central on CMT. Catch up now on demand.
She's gorgeous.
So I'm guessing Kelly Pickler is going to get a therapist for her dog. I don't know. I don't understand that. But check it out. It's on Thursday nights right here, CMT. 9 o'clock, I think. Yeah, 9 o'clock at night. But hey, we got a brand new song from Carmen Brandy that just dropped 2 days ago, and we're going to be talking with her here this afternoon on the show, being the fact that we didn't get a chance to speak with her last night because she was actually doing a show, and the schedule conflict by her management kind of not necessarily dropped the ball. We just kind of didn't. Well, we didn't communicate, but it just didn't work. So, because she wanted to spend a little bit of time with us on the phone and be able to talk to us about what's going on with her music and what's happening and stuff like that. So we told her we'd go ahead and do it today. So anyways, welcome to today's edition of Sitting on the Tailgate. I'm your host, Big Country. Thursday afternoon right here. Let's go ahead and listen to her brand new single that was just debuted 2 days ago. This is called We Don't Need Money right here.
It's nice for the taking, but don't leave me here all alone. We just gotta show 'em don't care as long as you're by my side. No, I don't care, I'll be alright. We don't need money, we don't need money, love. We don't need money, we don't need money, love. We don't need money, we don't need money, love. We don't need money, we don't need money, love. Only one way, say. Only one way, say. We got love. You're rich in every way. We don't need money, we don't need money, love. We don't need money, we don't need money, love. We don't need money, we don't need money, love. We don't need money, we don't need money.
Yeah, the song's called We Don't Need Money. It's by Carmen Brandy, who we're going to be talking to here in a few minutes. We're going to give her a call and see what she's doing today and see what she's got going on for music. And it's, you know what, it's dreary today here in Florida. Florida's supposed to be the sunshine state, damn it. It's supposed to be nice and bright and sunny out. Normally when I'm talking to you on the show, it's at nighttime because it's on a Wednesday night. But not today, because today it's overcast and it's cloudy, and they're expecting thunderstorms this afternoon. So you know what? It's because of all them yo-hos up north that think that they need all that snow and that rain. They got to send it down this way to Florida. You know, keep your snow and your rain up there. You know, we could use a little bit of rain every now and then, but it's supposed to be nice and sunny out here, and it's not. So what's wrong with you north people? I'm telling you. We got somebody in the chat room here. Let's check it out here. We have Miss Jessica Andrews. How you doing, Jess? I take it you're not working today, so she came in to hang out with us and listen to the interview with Carmen. Yes, if you do have Spreaker, you can join us in the conversation. Just go to the chat room here. We come into Spreaker.com and come here to our chat room. And you can sit here and hang out with us and talk to people and chat it up. Jess is in the room, so you can hang out with her and talk with her and find out what she's doing. I know she's been working a lot, but... and another big congratulations to Jessica. She is now a member of WBCW Networks, and she is in our executive offices. So she's one of the top dogs. Shh! Don't say that too loud. It might go to her head. That's funny. So, let's see, it's 2:10. I told her I'd give her a call here in a few minutes. We got a few minutes to run our jaw. This, we're going to be talking a little bit later. Well, no, actually, we can talk about it now. What's going on in country music? I got one thing that I want to talk about that's been irking the crap out of me, and we've I've had problems with it through the grapevine as far as what I've been hearing out of Nashville and on the internet radios and everything else is that there's always going to be people out there that wants to hurt your business or destroy your business or make fuss, make you look bad or try to make you look bad, and it's a shame that we got people that are actually like that are out there trying to do that crap all the time. And to me, I think it's ridiculous. You know, why sit there and waste your time to try to screw up somebody else's, way of life or somebody else's doings when you should be worried about your own and make your own better. Stop messing with other people's stuff. I think it's ridiculous. It's childish. There's no use to it. It's all you're doing is just hurting people's feelings, and you're making yourself look bad, because I'm telling you, it's going to go around and it's going to get back to you. And then when it does get back to you, then pretty much everybody in Nashville has already heard about it. So, and if that's the case, you might as well just hang up your headphones, because you ain't going to be working in music anymore. I can tell you that. But yeah, we all just need to work together, get along. Which most of the stations that I know of do. And we're all here for the artists. We're not here for ourselves. We're not here to try to boost our ego and make us popular and stuff. Well, of course, I am, because I like to run my mouth. But no, it's for the artists. The artists are ones that are trying to make music and make a living. And I understand from some of my colleagues here at the station, they put out some of my music that I did a few years ago, some of my Christmas songs, and people actually say it sounds pretty good, but it's actually gotten 500 hits on it already on Facebook page. And I'm thinking, good Lord. So maybe I'll go sing. Hell, I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, we're always here for the artists. We try to help them out as much as we can. Try to promote their music as much as they can. Granted that it's a mutual camaraderie of a friendship and music and everything else. And as long as they work together and help them get their music out, it's all good. Everything works for a reason. Jess said she's on her break. And she says, people don't respect people who act, or people don't respect. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's ridiculous, And I just think, hey, by the way, how come, where's my lunch? Why didn't you bring me any lunch, Jess? That's not right. She's sitting over there eating lunch and probably eating something good, and I'm just starving to death. No, actually, I had some cheese and crackers. Couldn't have no wine with it because it's too early in the day. Plus, you can't drink on the job either. So, all right. So we've heard Carmen's song. So let's see. We're gonna get her on the phone. We need some dialing music, Jess. We need some dialing music. Oh, I tell you something for me, Jess. You can work on for me. I need somebody that can do some jingles for our station. That's what we need. We need jingles for our station. Let me find her number here. Do 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 do. Okay.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice system. 727771337.
Uh-oh. She might be on the phone. Let's I tell you what, let's throw in a song here real quick and see if I can't get a hold of her. She's probably still sleeping. Can't believe y'all's. Yeah, and it's ironic because everybody in Nashville is an hour behind me. She was trying to call me. Hold on, here she is. Domino's Pizza, can I help you?
Hey, it's me, Carmen.
I was just trying to call you. Oh, I just hung up on her. Jeez. Let's try this again. Okay, you there now?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just trying to call you. I think we must have crossed signals or something because we were having issues.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you're able to chat with us today. This is Carmen Brandy. She's one of Nashville's country artists. And I'm letting you know right now, Carmen, there's about 500 people in the chat room listening to you, so they want to hear your story.
Woohoo! I'm so happy ready to explain.
Actually, there's only 2. I was exaggerating just a little bit.
Oh,
But.
well, 2, 500, what's the difference?
I know. But, welcome to the show. And what's been going on? We know that your single dropped 2 days ago, and it's called "We Don't Need Money," and it's a great song. I like it. Everybody that's in the chat room likes it, and it's a great song. So tell us a little bit about what you got going on, what your plans for next year's music tour and stuff like that. I think you're in school right now, right?
Yeah, well, actually, I'm an online student, so I do music full-time, but I also do school full-time. It's just that instead of having to go to a classroom for 7 hours in a day, I can kind of finish my schoolwork in the morning and then do what I need to do with my music.
Right. Now, is it nice up there in Nashville today, or is it cloudy and just drizzly? Because that's what it is here.
Yesterday, a lot of times it's kind of gloomy, but today it's clear skies, nothing, and it's like 53. It's so beautiful out.
That's because you sent it down here. See, we're getting all the clouds right now, and I guess it's supposed to rain. It's supposed to rain sometime this afternoon today. So, yeah, we're getting all your leftovers from all the storms that you guys had.
I'm so sorry.
But so what's your plans for the holidays? I know Christmas break will be coming up here shortly. Well, no, actually, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's next week.
Yeah, I honestly, from what I know, I don't really have plans for Thanksgiving. I think I'll probably just be, with my family. I recently have just become a vegetarian, so it's going to be my first Thanksgiving without turkey. Yeah.
Country music singers can't become vegetarians. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It's true. I am now vegetarian.
Why?
It's just personal, personal preference. And, honestly, I don't miss it. It's not like, I never really was a big, I don't really eat meat a lot anyway.
Right.
So, I just, I love animals. I'm pro-life for humans and animals. So,
do you
why not? Go ahead.
Do you eat a lot of fish and chicken? Well, chicken's not considered meat, so it's actually, as a vegetarian, you can eat chicken, right?
Everyone has their own preferences. I consider fish and chicken and just meat of any kind, even fish and scallops and shrimp. I don't really eat anything that's not green.
Oh, jeez. So okay, I guess that's yeah, okay. More power to you, sweetie. God bless you, but every now and then I like a big fat juicy T-bone, just because, but
sure.
But I still like Betsy the cow. Come on. I mean, I'm an animal lover too, but if you think about it, okay. All right, you brought this subject up, so now we got to talk about it. You got to realize, and you got to understand too, in the Bible it talks about, you have to survive, and if you have to eat, you have to eat. You get a lot of hunters. I think I know where you're coming from, because you get a lot of hunters out there that just hunt for the game of it. They hunt for the sport because they want to go shoot, Dumbo the buffalo, or the buffalo or the hippo, just because they want to mount their carcass on their trophy wall. See, I'm not like that.
Sure.
I hunt because when I hunt to eat. So, if I go deer hunting, which I'm probably not going to have time to this year, but whenever I go deer hunting, I always go hunting for the meat, so I'm actually hunting to survive, not hunting for fun. So, it's like you said, everybody's preference. I ain't got nothing against you being a vegetarian. It's all good. I'm sure there's probably, let's see, there's 350 million people in the United States, so I'm sure there's probably, I'd say at least 5% of them is probably vegetarians.
Sure. Yeah, and I'm happy with the lifestyle that I'm living. It's very, I was thinking for a long time about being vegan, but the Lord specifically says in the Promised Land will be full of milk and honey. So I was like, okay, I won't give up on everything, because vegans, they don't really use any animal products, which would mean milk, eggs, all of that. So, I also go off of kind of biblical standpoint on where the Lord stands. But a lot of it, I mean, I know he mentions fish a lot in the Bible, and I really think it comes down to, really what you want as far as a human. But, yeah, I feel great. I feel healthy, and I'm happy. So, yeah.
Well, that's good. One of our listeners in the chat room here, you actually know her. You met her at the award ceremony back in March, Jessica Andrews. She is now one of our executives here at the network. So, yeah, you know Jess. She's big time in Nashville. I'm sure everybody knows Jessica. She said, where did she meet you at? She said at the Universe Awards last March.
Nashville Universe Awards?
Yep. She's got blonde hair. She's probably about 4'0", real tiny. She's probably going to shoot me now. But
cool.
But yeah. So what else you got going on? Tell me about the music. What's going on with the music?
Well, a lot's changed since probably we've last talked or anything.
Yeah, I saw your post on Facebook about you venturing and going a different way, but it's still music. I mean, whether you choose to be do country or rock and roll or hip or indie type music, I think you still make good music.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, I moved to Nashville and I started writing on the road and just with people here in town and different artists and songwriters. And I kind of started realizing over a period of time that in order for me to be a country artist, I could have taken two routes, which would have been I could have written for a long time and, gotten other cuts for other artists, and possibly, Lord willing, have gotten like a hit song or something. And then once I have enough backing me as a songwriter, I can go out on my own and just do what I want with, because I have money and support from a label or a publisher because I've gained the respect. Or I could have been, which this was kind of what was happening when I moved here, is I just wrote commercial stuff that everyone told me to write.
Right.
And it just wasn't who I was. And in order to be a country artist, I feel, if you want to get quote-unquote popular, you got to have at least, I'm not saying everyone's like this, I'm not saying I'm right, but from what I've seen, you got to have at least one commercial song that radio will be willing to play. And right now what radio is playing is not what I want to do. Not that I don't appreciate it or respect it or think it's great. I just, I have something more to say. And a lot of the things that these songs are talking about are, not something I'm 17. I'm just not going through these things at this point in my life.
Right.
So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with my music, and I've come to the conclusion that, my genre needs to really flow in the realm of, the singer-songwriter folk / Americana.
Right.
I feel like more and more these days that genre placement is very less constructive to me, because all of my friends, all of my peers, or even people a little older than me, most of the time they listen to rap, they listen to pop, they listen to top 40, they listen to country. So I feel like this generation is very they broadened their horizons quite a bit. I feel like back in the day, having a specific genre you listen to kind of was your identity, and nowadays it's more of like a if you will, like a mixing bowl of different elements that make you who you are.
Right. Well, I think the way it is right now, you're probably just like every other artist that's out there, that the music genre for country right now is a little bit different than what everybody's used to. And
right.
Of course, it's not just necessarily country music. They're trying to mix a little bit of hip-hop with everything. They're trying to mix a little bit of, I wouldn't say rap. I'd say probably more dance. Some does mix together pretty good. Some doesn't mix, but it just all depends on what you like and what you prefer. Nashville, Nashville. See, right now, Nashville's totally changing. Nashville is becoming, matter of fact, they already are. They are the number one entertainment industry that's on the rise right now as far as any genre of music. I mean, they're over top of hip hop, rock and roll, R&B. So yeah, they're being particular about what they want because unfortunately it's all about the money for them, making the money. It's not for them. It's not about the music. If it was about the music, it probably wouldn't be as big as what it is right now. But it's more or less for the money than it is the music. So, and that's kind of sad if you ask me.
Yeah, because back in the day, it wasn't really like that. It was about the song, and it was about how you delivered the song to a crowd of people who came to purchase to see you at a show. And nowadays, it's more like, how many tickets can we sell on this tour? If we don't break even here, if we only sell 30,000 units, we need to book you more road dates because we got to break even here. We can't afford to. It's more just like, how are we going to make money from this? And I totally get that. Like, regardless of what people say, and I feel like, again, I'm really naive and I'm still so young and I have so much to learn and absorb. But again, from what I've seen and what I've heard and what I've personally experienced is that the music industry is an industry. Essentially, your labels and your publishers aren't just there for music; they're your banks, essentially. Because,
right? Yeah.
Who's going to pay the songwriters?
Yep.
The publishers, and those are the people like a bank that are giving that money out. See, they're giving the draws out when they sign contracts. They're paying the musicians. So really nowadays, a label is really just a money source for bands and musicians that don't have the money. Because if you think about it, a label isn't going to sign an artist who doesn't have a following and can't sell, 10,000 to 30,000 units on their own.
Yeah. Well, that's the same way with venues too. The venues are getting like that too because I've noticed just in the last few years, well, with my experience DJing in clubs and everything before I started actually getting into radio, a lot of venues would be to the point, well, we'll go ahead and have you play here, but as long as you have a following to come with you. And, if you got a following to come with you, that's great. And I turn around and look at him and say, hey, listen, I'm saying you're hiring me to play music. You're not hiring me to advertise for you. If you want a following, or if you want people for your business, you need to spend the money and go advertise yourself and bring in your own venue, bring in your own business. Yeah. Or you can pay me extra. I'll do the music, and on my off time, I'll go ahead and advertise for you. I said, but I'm not going to bring people for you because, that's defeating the whole purpose. That's making the artist having to do all the work, and in the venue not doing anything.
Right. They just hold the musician and hold the people.
Right. Yeah. And and you run into that. Plus with artists too, I've seen things change with artists. Even as far as artists, we're talking about everybody. We're talking about musicians, solo musicians. We're talking about bands. We're talking about DJs, MCs, radio personalities. Everything is changing because I don't know who started it, but I guess everybody figures that they can make more. They can do a lot better without paying people so much money. Because us as DJs, we used to make damn good money, back in the day for doing a 4 or 5 hour set at a club. Where now you're lucky if you make a couple $100.
Right.
And I'm sure that's the same way with musicians too, because I know, with bands and stuff, especially you have to pay your band members, if you got people that work with you behind the scenes, you got to pay them too. So yeah, and these venues don't want to pay. So, but yeah, things are changing.
Right.
That's kind of sad if you ask me.
Yeah, things are changing, but I honestly believe this, that if you do something different and if you're smart, you're gonna do it. Because I consistently, at all my shows, sometimes I get so nervous beforehand to show. I'll give you an example. My show last night, I was playing in Nashville, and I hired a musician that I usually don't use, who's a little bit more expensive, and I already had a cone player, and so I knew I had to make, I didn't need to make about at least $100. It was only an hour and a half. I had to make that much, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have been able to afford both of the guys. And I ended up making, I think somewhere around almost $300, and it was only an hour and a half. So, and I think it's just, you gotta work your atmosphere. You gotta work the crowd that you're playing to. at all of my sets, I do this thing. I call it the improv song.
Right.
And what I'll do is I'll get a couple ideas from the crowd or one idea, and I will write them a song right there and then. And, after I do that, I mean, people are just coming up to the tip jar and just tossing.
Right.
Everyone is. So it's all. I really do believe it's all about how you kind of, bring yourself to the table. Like, are you going to make yourself easily accessible by having like a simple website and email list that you're consistently updating people with? And, sometimes I've had instances where, like, I'm sure you'll understand this, like, where a venue isn't willing to sacrifice something or do something more for me. I sometimes have to be like, I'm sorry, I can't do this.
Yep. Oh yeah, I've been in that situation a number of times now. Have you ever run into the problem where you have been told by the venue that you can't put out a tip jar because they're paying you to play?
Honestly, if they're paying me to play, it's usually a nicer venue. So sometimes it's not really like a kind of tip place. It's more of like a standing room where it's more like, you're just kind of listening.
Right.
I do have places that I have played before. Yeah, actually, there is a place and they let me use tip jars. That's a great show. Like, I play this at the Renaissance Hotel here in Nashville, and they have this bridge that goes across Broadway, which is really cool. It's like all glass, and the acoustics are amazing. And I make like $150 for 2 hours, and then I make about $100 to $200 in tips. So I'm making a lot of money.
Shoot, that's not bad.
No, and I mean, like, I refuse to do this, but like, you'll understand why I say I refuse to do this. But I mean, I have my drummer. He actually is from Florida as well. And he moved up here, and this is the way it kind of goes for just musicians in general, unless you kind of already have a gig set up in Nashville. But a lot of times you kind of have to do the Broadway run and like kind of play on Broadway for a little while,
right? To
kind of get your foot in the door with different musicians. I don't think it's a place where you want to stay. Definitely don't think it's a place where you want to stay because they're 4 to 5, 6, 7 hour shows, which I know that sounds crazy, but it's true,
right?
But I know guys that they'll play, 4 hours and they'll leave with $1,000 or $800. I mean, and that's just one musician. That's not just like the whole band. That's like a musician. So it's because it's Broadway and you have tourists and the majority of them are drunk and you want to play songs that, they're all going to know. And
it kind of sounds like Bike Week during here in Daytona, because I do Bike Week every year, and it's 10 days. Cool. Yeah, it's 10 days of music and motorcycles and all kind of stuff. And these bands, most of the bands that play during Daytona are from local. They're I think some of them come from Jacksonville. We got a few that comes from up north, but they'll play out of the 10 days. They'll play sometimes like 5, 6 time, 7 times, in a rotating schedule at the same spot. They may play from 2 to 6 one day and then play from 3 to 9 the next day or something like that. Right. So yeah, these guys are making some money. But I know what you're talking about.
And to me, that's not a world that I want to be involved in because, most of those players are going to be doing covers because, that's what people know. They want to hear the songs that they can sing along to.
Right.
So I feel that, if you want to really be an artist, you got to do your stuff. I'm not saying you just have to do your stuff. Like I just learned a couple new Bob Dylan tunes, and I played some Johnny Cash and some Loretta Lynn and some Shaky Graves, who's a Nashville artist here in Nashville. So, you want to also throw in covers that people know because even, huge artists do that. So they pay homage to the people that they were influenced by. So I think that covers are good, but I also think that, I don't want to get stuck in the world of just forever doing, covers and getting paid to just kind of,
right,
in my opinion, kind of waste the talent away because anyone can sing a cover.
I know. Oh yeah. And it's true. It's true. Anybody can sing a cover. Because there's a lot of. See, I think I look at it this way. I think the reason that a lot of them do that is because of the fact that it's easier for them. once they get in a routine to where they can do nothing but covers,
Right.
they don't have to worry about thinking about a song or trying to write a song or trying to learn something new.
Right.
Because they've been playing the same tune
Right.
for, years and years. So that's what,
Right.
it's repetitious, and they don't have to worry about changing anything. It's a routine. It's like going to the same job every day and doing the same thing over and over and over and over. So to me, that gets tedious.
Right.
That would bug the snot.
Yeah.
That bugged the snot out of me.
Yeah, and it really is like a job because I'm saying it now, but a lot of these people have to pay bills, especially in Nashville.
Right.
And it's just really anywhere. Any like kind of touring cover band, they're doing that to pay bills, which, I complain about it now. I'm like, oh, well, that's not your true artistry. But, I bet there's going to be one day where I'm going to have to play a show that, like, I have to, you have to pay bills. So I totally get it. Like, I understand.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's just, it's hard, without, and like that comes back to labels and publishers, to kind of keep things moving, unless you have like investors or you do like a Kickstarter or something. Sometimes having that label or publisher or some type of investor is really, it takes a lot off your shoulders.
Right, yeah. But I know exactly where you're coming from, and it's tough, because a lot of artists will play, they'll do covers and they'll do shows just to get by to make, because a lot of them they'll play covers and do shows just to make money to support their regular music, just to get their music out there and stuff. So yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, so. It's not easy. I think it's going to get worse too as it goes, because they come out with a report here. This has been a few weeks ago, that by the time in the next, I think they said 15 to 20 years, 50% of the population in the world will be unemployed, because everything will be taken over by technology. But the nice thing about it is we're in the music industry, but yet again, you guys probably will end up not doing shows in front of thousands of people, but maybe doing a broadcast. You'd be playing someplace else, and they'd have a venue somewhere, kind of like what they do for the CMA Awards. What they do at the CMA Awards when what's his face, the Late Show with Jimmy Kimmel, where he does the hologram thing, where he does the holograms. I guarantee you the hologram is going to be the next thing in country music in the next 15 years, just so, because that's where Nashville makes their money. They make their money on big events. They're not worried about the small town, John that plays for 25, 30 people. They want to be huge. They want to make the money. Just like George Strait did. George Strait had 101,000 people at his last concert when he did his finals concert at Texas Stadium there.
That's amazing.
He broke the all-time record of the Beatles when the Beatles when the Beatles only had something like 78,000, I think.
Wow, that's amazing.
So. But anyways, I ain't going to take up too much of your time. What's going on for next year? Tell everybody what you got planned. I'm sure you're going home for the holidays, or at least hanging with your parents or whatnot. But sure. Now, where are you originally from?
So I'm originally from Florida. I'm originally from the Tampa Bay area.
That's right.
I'm sure you'll know.
That's right. Yeah, I knew that.
I lived in Safety Harbor, to be specific.
Yep. Okay.
So that's where I'm originally from, and what I have in the plans for this year, that's a great question. I have some really exciting things. Like right now, we're promoting the single, obviously, right now, and next week we'll be releasing a lyric video. The first week of December, we'll be releasing an acoustic version of the song. It will be available on iTunes, and it will be on the video will be on on YouTube. And then we'll have a Christmas song. Actually, we worked with Nashville Universe on this. They're going to release a record, Nashville Universe, full of all of the winners from the award show. They're going to have a Christmas song on their Nashville Universe record. And so I will have a Christmas song out in December. And then I have we're going to be doing a crowdfunding project in January. and we're going to do a record, and then we're going to start, obviously, promoting the record. The music video for We Don't Need Money will come out in January, and we'll just start doing the record. And I plan on doing, like, the record probably around winter time, like, you know, getting it recorded, because that's when kind of Nashville shuts down. It actually, like, I mean, just to get in hold with anybody right now in November is, like, crazy, because everything just starts shutting down for some reason. It's really bizarre, honestly.
That's
like,
because everybody comes to Florida because they know it's still warm in the middle of December. It don't get cold here. It don't get cold here until January 31st, you know, so.
I totally can relate. You know, I honestly do forget sometimes how Florida used to feel, because it's just so beautiful here. Like, but I know this sounds crazy, but literally I have been sitting in my car with the windows down right next to my house for the past, like, hour. Because I'm enjoying the weather so much. I mean, I live in such a beautiful area here in Franklin, but yeah, that's kind of what's going on for this next year. We're going to be, you know, I'll just go as only far as the record, because, you know, we're going to try to hop on a tour or something, you know, after the new year, and when we release the record, hopefully do some touring and maybe open up for a band or so. So, yeah, just, you know, really, really trying hard to stay busy and work hard. And, you know, I want this. It's my dream. And the only way I know how I'm going to make it work is if I persevere and, you know, reach individual small goals, you know?
Right. Now, does your mom and dad still live in Tampa, or did they move up there with you?
No, I have great parents. They moved up here with me. You know, another reason we moved to Nashville is because my dad, just a backstory real quick, he's 54, and his entire life he always wanted to go to law school. And lo and behold, when we were in the process of moving, he got into law school here in Nashville.
Wow.
At the Nashville School of Law. So, you know, my mom, she works in insurance, actually. She sells insurance, and my dad is a law student, and I'm a musician.
You hear that, artist? If you need a music lawyer, I can hook you up with one. He'll be done in how many years? A couple years?
He'll be done in 2 years.
2 years. There you go. I can hook you up. And then I can hook you up if you need insurance. I know an insurance person. I can hook you up.
my mom kicks butt in insurance. She does great in that.
Well, that's good. Hey, tell everybody where to get your music at.
Alrighty. Well, my name is Carmen Brandy, and if you want to find or purchase my music, you can just search on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Spotify, Pandora, Carmen Brandy. And if you want to listen to my last single here, it was released this past Tuesday. It's called We Don't Need Money, and it's now on iTunes for 99 cents. And if you want to find me on basically all my social media links, just find me at carmenbrandy.com.
But you don't have a personal Facebook page, because I can never tag you on anything. I try to tag you on. Yeah, I try to tag you on stuff, but I can't ever, because you don't have a personal page. But that's fine. Oh well.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. When I was I think I was 12. I was in like 8th grade, I think, and my parents told me, Carmen, if you get all A's and B's, you can get a Facebook. So I did that, and I kid you not, I had it for 3 months. And then I got so bored with it, and I was like, this is like a total, like, not saying that, you know, I'm not saying that it's boring all the time. I just personally was like, oh my goodness, like, I do like social media, but just in general, sometimes I get a little overwhelmed with, like, how prevalent it is in my generation right now. So when I was like 12, I deleted my Facebook, and I haven't gotten one since.
You're overwhelmed. Listen, I take care of our Facebook page, our Twitter page, our Instagram page, our website. I do all the advertising. So, yeah, you think you got it hard. Let me tell you, I do everything.
Oh, I bet.
But, yeah, it can be tedious sometimes. Of course, then again, they come out with a report here a couple of years ago that, well, no, actually, it wasn't a couple of years. It was just a couple months. Matter of fact, in February, that kids are leaving Facebook and Twitter by the thousands per day because they are going to their own personal apps. They're since they got cell phones and are always on the move and running around, they got their own personal apps that they download on their phones to where they can talk to other people and keep in touch and stuff like that. They don't want to do the Facebook and the Twitters anymore, which I'm thinking, hey, that's great for us because then we won't have to worry about them. Then we can do, then the advertisers can do their own stuff on Facebook. I don't know. I've always thought that the digital technology was going to be the death of society, and I think it may go that way here in the next 15, 20 years, but, who knows? I mean, until they get a handle on it and control on it, you never know, but...
Sure.
But anyways. All right, dear. Well, I appreciate you hanging out with us today and talking with us here on the show. Don't forget to check out Carmen Brandy's music and make sure you go to her website and download her music off of iTunes. The brand new single that just dropped called We Don't Need Money. Carmen Brandy, thank you for talking with us today, dear. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. You are so sweet.
I try to be. Just don't tell nobody because it might ruin my reputation. Everybody in the chat room says they want to say goodbye. They say hi. See, Jessica says hi. Jack from the group Texas, you probably know him. He says hi. So they're all in the chat room saying they love you. They love your music. So they're looking forward to downloading your song. So, again, thanks for talking with us today, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Carmen.
God bless you. Bye.
She's a nice girl. I think she's a great kid. I don't know if I could be a vegetarian. Hell no. I'm sorry, but I got to have my meat. I got to have my meat and potatoes, but yeah. What's up with you people in Nashville? You're sending all this crappy weather down here, and it's Jack's fault. Jack, I know you're in there. Answer me, Jack. Wake up, Jack. I think Jack left. I don't know why he left. So Jess is the only one left in the room. Oh, you're leaving me now, too? Well, okay, fine. Be that way. See if I care. But that's all right. We only got a few more minutes anyways. Let's see what we got here. Real quick, a few announcements, and then I'll play a little bit of music before we sign off. Don't forget to check out tomorrow's Lunchtime Country Jam right here at Florida Country Radio. Tomorrow at noontime, high noon, 11 o'clock a.m. for all you Nashvillers. And then Saturday morning at 8 o'clock from 8 to 10, the Morning Sinkhole Show will be broadcasting live from Samsula, Florida, the home of the world-famous Cabbage Patch Bar, the oldest bar in Florida. I believe it may be in the United States, but it is the oldest bar in Florida. We're going to be doing the first ever Dukes of Hazzard hoedown. So they're going to be doing stunts, and the car's going to be there, and they're going to be doing contests. Daisy Dukes contest and Uncle Jesse lookalike contest. I've already gotten a bunch of girls from Bike Week has already asked me how they can enter to get in the Daisy Dukes contest. Just get there at 9 o'clock. Registration starts at 9. We got car shows going on. If you want to enter your car, it's, I believe, $15 at the gate. Bring an unwrapped toy for Toys R Tots. Toys R Tots will be out there, so make sure you bring an unwrapped toy for a great cause at Toys R Tots, but Toys for Tots. And but yeah, we're going to be doing a live broadcast Saturday morning. The group from the TV reality show Moonshiners will be there, and we're going to try to get a chance to talk with some of the celebrities from the original Dukes of Hazzard. I believe Enos is going to be out there. Catherine Bach Daisy, I think, is going to be there. Ben Jones Cooter, I think he's going to be there. I don't know for sure yet, but I don't think John Schneider or Tom Wompat, that's Bo and Luke, I don't think they're going to be there, but you never know. So, yeah, Saturday's going to be a great day. It should be nice out. I don't think they're expecting any rain, which is a good thing. So, it's all good. But let's throw in a few songs here real quick. Yeah, here's a brand new one. This will be on tomorrow's show. So make sure you join us tomorrow for the Lunchtime Country Jam. Check it out. It's called Country Thing.
Stop. You can tip me in whiskey, tip me in beer. Glad you're here for this. Hold down, let's make something clear. I want you all singing, sing with me tonight. Stop your boots, clap your hands beneath the neon lights. Singing, oh, here we go. We're gonna play a little bit of twang. Yeah, it's a country thing. Oh, here we go. Kicking down the footlights. There's some sound, Texas swang, oh, it's a country thing. And put a little jingle in my pickle jar. It's 3 chords in the truth in this honky-tonk bar. Cowboys start to stepping with the small town girls. They're all here to dance in their denim and pearls. Put your hands up, way up in the air. When the music hits you right, nothing compares. Singing, oh, here we go. We're gonna play a little bit of twang. Yeah, it's a country thing. Oh, here we go. Kicking down the moonlight, bending on straight.
right here at Thursday afternoon, it is the Sitting on the Tailgate special edition because we had a scheduling conflict last night. Normally we broadcast on Wednesday nights, but our artist that we just got done interviewing, Miss Carmen Brandy, she had a scheduling conflict last night, so we had to move it to this afternoon. But it was a good interview. Learned a lot about her. She's got some great music. Make sure you check it out and go to her Facebook page or her website, carmenbrandy.com. You can get her music, her single that just dropped 2 days ago. It's called We Don't Need Money. It's on iTunes. You can get that off of iTunes. Just go download that. She's got the music video for that song coming out here soon. Look forward to the beginning of the year. It's been one of them gloomy type days that you just want to go back to sleep and hang out and not do a damn thing. But I think we're going to get off of here. Don't forget to check us out tomorrow. Be with us here tomorrow, Friday, for the Lunchtime Country Jam in the afternoon. At noontime, we've got a couple of artists that we're going to debut on the show. So, and also don't forget, go to Big Country's Top 20 Countdown, vote for your favorite artist. The show will be aired December 4th. Pick your favorite artist to see if they make the Top 20 Countdown. And then we'll do that each week starting after December 4th. But you can go to our website, wbcwradio.com. Go to the top of the page, click on the Top 20 Countdown, and click on that, and go down and find your artist, highlight or click on the bubble next to the name, and then go down to the bottom of the page and hit vote, so your vote counts. And don't forget, you can also listen to all of our other music. All of our links are there at the website. The Florida Country Radio Station is there, sitting on the tailgates there. Our Saturday morning sinkhole show is there. So all you got to do is click on the links at the top of the website. It'll take you right to them. So for everybody here at the station, I'm Big Country. Thanks for joining us today. We thank Carmen Brandy for being on the show. And we'll see you tomorrow right here for the Friday Lunchtime Country Jam right here on WBCW Networks. I'm Big Country for Florida Country Radio and WBCW Networks, sitting on the tailgate. We'll see you back here again next week, regular time, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. for Nashville time. Until then, have a good one. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.